The other game in this one, much closer game but lower stakes. Both the Jets and the Dolphins 0-3 going into this game. The Dolphins win 27-21. They get their first win of the season. I think there's a couple of storylines here.
Yeah.
Number one, Tua was kept clean. He wasn't really touched in this one, was not sacked. He tore up man coverage, which has been by the way, this has been the story for the Jets. The Jets want to play all this man coverage. They've gotten shredded. I think Baker was 10 of 12 against man coverage against the Jets, and one of the two incompletions was the Evans slant that you never see Evans drop, and he dropped it.
Right.
And then Tua, 9 for 11, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. Darren Waller resurrected here.
Right.
Made it look easy. I think this game, you give the Dolphins credit because they really needed a win, but the Jets' sloppiness was what stood out to me in this game. Steve Wilkes, I don't know how much longer the Jets can keep this up.
That's that's what I've been saying.
It's bad.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I mean, again, and here it's Aaron Glenn. You're the coach of the defense. You're a defensive coach. You can't just be the head coach. You got to get involved here. You're only going to hurt yourself. You're digging your own grave by doing this type of stuff. Right? You came here as a defensive coach. Everybody expected the defense to be better and make more plays like it did up in Detroit. And instead, you've gotten worse, and you're letting up more plays. That's the biggest thing here. And, yeah, I mean, Brandon Stevens isn't great man-to-man. We're seeing Sauce Gardner has got issues when he's got to play man-to-man the whole field.
And they're calling the grabbing.
They are definitely calling it.
They don't have the safeties to help them.
They don't have the safeties to help them, right? Michael Carter, I mean, again, he's a solid player, but I'm not sure I sit down and look at it as lockdown man-to-man type of guy all the time there. So that, and then, you couple that with – I guess what I would say, I'm a little disappointed. Well, this is a little disappointed in their defense and their defensive line. I thought it would be better, more disruptive, pressuring the quarterback, stopping the run better, all of that. And none of that's been good. So, that all looks like it's on Aaron Glenn. And as I've been saying for 2 weeks now, I think he's got to get much more involved on the defensive side of the ball. And, I would like to see him call the defensive plays on that side of the ball and everything. I just think he's making a big mistake right now in that department.
Glenn, after the game, said there's no way you can win any game with 13 penalties and 3 turnovers. It just can't happen. This is now the second game that the Jets have fumbled a kick return. They lost to the Steelers essentially because they fumbled
of the Gibson
kick return.
fumble, right?
So they've been an absolute mess on special teams.
The fumble on the first drive by Braylon Allen as you're going down the field and you're going to get some momentum and you're going, hey, this is a good first drive. Right. Everything's great that way. You had to feel positive about that. And that was, a backbreaker there because the Jets, to me, they have to play a certain way. And what they were,
absolutely have to.
Right. It's got to be chew up the clock, right? We're physically running the ball. Fields makes just a play here and there in the pass game, and then he makes a play running for us here and there. But that's the way they want to play the game. Slow the game down to where now it's like, hey, we chewed clock up, or maybe I should say speed it up. Slow it down as far as we're going to run the ball, control the clock that way, and limit the possessions on the other side of the ball and be ahead. And now some of our crazy blitzes and our man-to-man will work in those type of situations. It has to fall a certain way, and they can't get the game on those terms as of yet because of sloppiness, bad plays, and everything else. And also on top of that, what I would say about the Jets is just that the passing game's got to deliver. It's 2025. It didn't really deliver. Like, the stats look okay. They're going to look efficient. Okay, yeah,
but
sure.
They lied.
But a lot of them are late in the game, and the game was over, and you're not really able to rely on a drop-back passing game or a passing game when the game is competitive and we're there at 10-3. Or no, it's 17-3. We got to open up and do it. It's like, no, we got to stay patient with the run game. I know Garrett Wilson's stats are okay. I get it. But at the same time, they're not dangerous in the pass game. So there's issues there on both sides of the ball for the New York Jets.
On the Dolphins side of it, Mike McDaniel's probably been the biggest hot seat coach throughout the season so far.
Right.
I think, though, the big storyline of this game right now is Tyreek Hill, brutal injury. So he dislocates his knee. He tore his ACL and other ligaments. He's having the surgery today. This isn't like a Tyreek Hill's out for the year injury.
What?
This is a Tyreek Hill could be. We don't know when in 2026 we will see him if we see him.
This is first off, when it happened, I knew it. It
looked horrendous.
My wife heard. I went, ooh, and then before they cut away, you could see he was holding his leg up, and I went, oh no, his leg's crooked. I said it, and I was like, I couldn't look. I knew it was bad. I knew it right away. I did not know it was Tyreek right away. I did not. I was like, ooh, the Dolphins receivers really hurt, and they went to commercial. And then they came back, and I was like, holy shit, that was Tyreek? I didn't realize that was Tyreek. That is, at his age, that kind of injury, next year is not going to be 100% Tyreek Hill, right? You wonder if he ever gets back to, his ultimate explosive capabilities, especially here in a part of his career where, he's starting to go downhill. I mean, he's not just the bona fide slam dunk fastest guy I'm going to run by you in football anymore. There's some other guys that I think challenge him in that department now where, like, for about 6 or 7 or 8 years, it was literally like, no, there's no challenge.
Right.
Like, he is by far the scariest guy in the NFL. The other aspect of it, it's a huge blow to the Miami Dolphins.
Long-term,
everything
short
term, right? Exactly.
Yeah. You want to know what his cap hit is for next year?
Yeah, it's huge.
It's about $52 million.
Exactly right.
It's high-end quarterback.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, you could capologists can.
Yeah, they could split it probably June 1st and all that.
But
type
I'm
of
just
stuff.
saying, like he's a giant chunk of their cap allocation because of how important he is to that team.
Yeah, important to their team. They've overpaid stars. That's why I call them the team. That's what they are, and they keep getting by these stars is what I want to say. But like to your point right there with that, like you like that one.
That's
you can steal it.
I actually might bring it to fantasy
Go
football
ahead,
happy hour.
Bring it there. You can be like, you know what? I learned this line this week. But you're right about the short-term play. I mean, he does so much more for their offense than just what the stats say.
Yeah.
People have to game plan for Tyreek Hill still. People play coverages going, oh, man, if Tyreek's here, we can't play what we want to play. We got to change it up. And it opens up everything else for everybody else on that offense. So it hurts from that standpoint. And then to what you said, I mean, he was their biggest bargaining chip. If things fall apart here at the trade deadline, and let's say the Steelers or the Chiefs or somebody, or just whoever, we need a receiver for the last final run. We think he can help us. That's gone now. Or in the offseason, trading him. All that's gone. And that to me is not only a blow to Tyreek Hill in his career, it's a blow to Tua in the offense right now. And, of course, overall, I think to Miami's overall plans as an organization, you can't use Tyreek Hill in any negotiation for a trade or anything like that now, and you're stuck with him with the contract next year. Because of this injury, you're not going to be able to get out of it, even if you did want to post June 1st him and cut him and split that cap difference in half. So, yeah, that's big, and I hurt for Tyreek as far as he's always fun to watch, and he's a legend of the sport.
So that injury happened with about 13 minutes left of the third quarter. To kind of enhance your point, Miami's offense didn't do a lot after that.
No.
I mean, it looked like they were on easy mode the first half, and all the way up to the injury.
Yeah.
Because they were moving again after the kick return fumble. It just shows, I think the thing that I always enjoy that you point out is how vital he is to their run game.
Yeah.
Because of the boxes that
They
Chan and Ollie Gordon get to
They're
run
always
into.
light in the box because you're always like, damn, we can't like just man up Waddle and Tyreek over here in the slot. Like we gotta put somebody on the top of them, And not only on the top of them, we have to be worried that one of them's gonna run one of these deep crossers where we gotta have a safety over there too in case they run over that way, right? So that's where it's like it's hard to be aggressive to stop the Dolphins' run game. I'm one that's sitting here and sticking up for Mike McDaniel a little bit because I think his offense is still damn good and he's finding ways to formulate it around Tua while being handcuffed by some of the things in the offense, including Tua. He did a good job staying patient with the run, but we're going to see because now defenses are going to be a little more bold in certain things and go, well, we like our one quarter against Waddle. That'll be okay. We can do that. Now we can stop all this other stuff that they do really creatively, and we'll see where that goes. But, that's a big blow to the Dolphins going forward here.
Last one for you on this game.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of a self-serving one.
Yeah,
when they're down 2 scores in the second half, the Jets, and you see them running on 3rd and 5, does it like in my head what cross was, if that's how you're playing, you probably need to put Tyrod Taylor in the game. Did you ever think, because I don't mind playing Justin Fields. But if you're in that script, you're playing like there's 7 quarters left in the game. You have to let him throw or you have to bench him. I don't think you can have it both ways.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it goes back to our original conversation. Right. You're right. It's like the game has to play a certain way here for them. They don't want to open it up and win the game with the pass game or rely on it. And what did they do on that 4th down after they got close there? Because I know the announcers, they were both like, well, they knew they were going to go for a 4th. That's why did they end up punting it on that one?
Yeah. There was one drive where it felt like they were playing for a 4th and short, but they got stuffed. So then they punted.
Yes.
Because they were probably thinking, okay, we can get this to 4th and 2 off the 3rd down run.
Right.
But the Dolphins finally were like, they will not throw the football. We are going to slant and sell out towards the run that way, and
it's hard to win, to your
it's
point,
really
in the
hard.
NFL when you play that way.
You either
right now.
take off the training wheels and just say, we're going to die by the sword
Exactly
here.
right.
Or instead, it was a slow death.
Sink or swim.
It was a slow death.
Yeah, no, and their passing game stats are very misleading, and in the competitive part of the game, they are by far one of the least teams out there that is relying on the pass game to help their offense.
Right.
The drop back pass game especially. And they're not that talented of a run team and everywhere else in the team where they can just totally void that area of offense. That's an issue going forward. And yeah, that's where Tyrod gives them a little advantage. Tyrod definitely would be better in the drop back pass game for sure. Yo, homies, it's time to watch some games. That's right. We're on to the NFL season here with Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, Sunday night recaps after every game, and much, much more.
Thanks for watching. Peace out, homies. Remember, subscribe. Peace out.